Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to 2021. Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. I am so excited that we survived 2020 together and we are ready to start a brand new year with some brand new goals. Today I am sharing with you the lineup of my 2021 goals using the 2021 Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets. If you are interested to see what is inside the Power Sheets, I will link my entire walkthrough video down below for you, but this is just about the 8 goals that I have set using the Power Sheets prep work and planning and action plans and all that jazz. This year, the way I laid out my goals is more of a broad spectrum categorical type thing. So I only have one goal on this entire sheet that is actually achievable, that is actually something that I can check off and consider it done, which sounds a little counterintuitive when it comes to goal planning, but I think this is going to work well for me because all of the other 7 goals are goals that could consistently be improved upon. There can always be more progress. You can always take steps towards cultivating better habits in these areas of life, at least for me personally. So that is how I planned out my goals this year. 2021 is just the year of discipline and the year of intention and the year of focus and growth. And growth can continually happen without actually crossing a finish line. So that is how I approached my goals this year. That being said, I will have to say coming up with an action plan was actually a little bit more complicated because I don't have a first quarter goal and a second quarter goal and a third quarter goal. Instead, I have first quarter action items in a list. And the second quarter will probably look very, very similar unless I start to change things around, which is okay. But it just kind of felt when I was doing the action planning, I'm like, I don't have a big goal for the first 3 months of the year. I need that to be okay. This approach is going to be a little bit different for me, but it is exactly what I need this year and in this season of life. So I'm just going to share with you what my 8 goals or goal categories for the year are and a little bit about what that's going to look like for me personally. My first goal is, of course, health and fitness. And while I swore that weight loss was never ever going to appear on my goals ever again after 2020, I have held to that promise, but that doesn't mean that health and fitness is not going to be an ongoing goal. There can always be progression in fitness and in health and in nutrition, and I intend to continue to cultivate more health and more fitness in different ways. One of the mini goals that will happen with the health and fitness is going to be at least 2 periods of cutting. As of the filming of this video, I am currently sitting pretty in maintenance mode, but I'm not at my ideal weight. I am just sitting and letting my metabolism get revved up, eating 2,100 calories a day, still focusing on protein and a macro balance that is healthy, but I do want to cut in the future. My first cut is either going to start on February 1st or March 1st. That will be after a period of a reverse diet leading up to maintenance that started back at the beginning of October. So it has been a handful of months of just sitting in maintenance mode. So cutting should be much more efficient and hopefully very successful, and it will happen over a period of time, not to a certain number. So I will cut for 12 weeks. Regardless of what the results of that are, once the 12 weeks is over, I will kick back up into maintenance mode, keep my metabolism burning, and then a couple months later, I will cut again. And the process will continue until I am where aesthetically, physically, weight-wise, I wanna be. Other things I wanna do, I wanna continue to work on my flexibility. I wanna continue to work on muscle building and gaining more muscle. Lift 4, as you guys know, has been a tremendous help to me in 2020, and I want to continue to do Lift 4 in different cycles, but I also want to expand the fitness programs that I do, especially in the Beachbody app, and try something new, try something different, and challenge my body physically in different ways, which will hopefully result in gaining strength and gaining muscle and staying 2 steps ahead of my disease. For those of you that don't know what disease I'm talking about, I will link a video down below that tells you all the details. As the year progresses, I am certain that I will come up with other health and fitness related goals and things that I want to achieve, but those are just a couple of the highlights that I already have planned for this year. My next goal, or my next goal category, is Diva and the Divine and things that I want to achieve for my online brand. And that's just going to continue to be things like content batching, creating the best kind of content that I can for you guys, being a little bit more efficient and better about things like my email list and social media posting on the regular instead of on a whim. Habits that I can do and skills that I can build to create even better, higher quality content for you. My third goal is business related as well, but also the only actual achievable goal on my list, and that is to launch my coaching business. You guys know that that has been a long time coming. In 2020, I went and got my precision nutrition certifications. So I am a certified PN1 coach, which is amazing, but now I have to launch my coaching program. And you guys know I kind of beta tested it towards the end of the year, but the official launch will be coming soon, and don't worry, you will get all the information when the time comes. Goal number 4, or category number 4, is homemaking and things that I can do to become a better homemaker. While I'm hanging out in Florida, that is going to look more like cooking and baking and trying new recipes and new techniques. But once we are back in Illinois, it's going to look like more cleaning schedules and researching other things I can do on my own versus buying things, DIYs, all that jazz. I haven't actually decided what it looks like yet, but I know that that is an area of life that I want to continually grow and improve. If you have any ideas for me as to what a homemaking goal or checklist item, action item should be, let me know. My next goal is one I stole directly from Lakin over at Plan with Lakin from her 2020 goals, and that is to use what I have. I have an abundance of many different genres of things: candles, teas, body lotions, hand creams, perfumes, the list goes on and on and on. And my goal for 2021 is to pare all of that down. In a perfect world, I have a set skincare routine, a set makeup routine, a set everything, you know? And when I run out of something, I go out and buy more, and so the cycle continues. But in order to get to that place, that more minimalistic place, I have to use up what I have. And goals like that are going to look like drinking tea every day, or putting on perfume, or doing my makeup every day, or sticking with one eyeshadow palette for a month. Something along those lines. Again, this is just a broad spectrum goal that will ultimately end up creating the environment and the habits that I want to cultivate, but it's not a goal that I can actually like check off. Well, I guess I can kind of check this one off, because when I use something up, I earn a check mark, right? Gotta earn those check marks anywhere that I can. So that is one of my goals this year. Goal number 6 is to learn new skills. I just feel compelled to try some new things, maybe get a new hobby or advance the skills of something I already do. For example, video editing or photo editing or taking pictures with my phone would be great things for me to learn for fun and for creativity purposes, but also for business purposes. I also am very, very interested and have already started dabbling in the app Procreate. I am a terrible, terrible artist. Terrible, terrible artist. I am a performance artist. I am not a good, I call this physical art. I don't know what you would actually call like pen to paper painting or drawing. I'm terrible at that. But that doesn't mean that I don't find joy in trying it and learning different techniques and playing around with the Procreate app. And so I made it a goal this year to just try to learn some new things, be it in the kitchen or on the iPad or on the computer, whatever it may be. Maybe it can be learning some, I mean, there's no new technique to playing the piano. You learn how to play the piano and you play it, right? A little bit more on that in a bit. But just learning some new skills and expanding my mind and doing some challenging things mentally would, I think, not only keep my brain going, but it would also help me cultivate more creativity, which is something that I had a lot, but I have since lost a lot of like the creative vibe that I had in college, and I would really like to get that back. And I know doing creative things is how you cultivate more creativity. Goal number 7 is just music. That's all it is. And underneath that music umbrella, we're talking singing, we're talking piano playing, we're talking listening to new music and actually like taking the time to learn and listen to what's on Broadway lately. Although currently nothing is on Broadway, but you know what I'm saying. And just listening to music and enjoying music again. Music was my first love, and I need to make sure that I continue to cultivate. I keep saying cultivate, but these are the Cultivate What Matters power sheets, so the word is appropriate, to cultivate that continued love of music, especially since it is one of my core talents. It's something I'm very, very good at, and I just don't sit down and do it because I don't have a reason to. And I need to make sure that I keep doing it regardless of if I have a reason to or not, because I love it. It is something fun, and that gets the creative juices flowing, and it just simply brings me joy, which is something I need to continue to grow. And my final goal, my final category, is to be intentional about how I spend my time. We have all been there where it is so easy to lose seconds, minutes, and then all of a sudden hours scrolling on our phone or screwing off doing something that is not adding anything productive to our lives. Yes, there is a time to be on social media, especially as somebody who's on social media for business purposes. There is a time, there is a place, but there is a difference between intentionally being active and engaging on social media and posting on social media and just scrolling because you have nothing better to do. And I just want to make sure that I'm being super intentional about how I spend my time. If I'm on social media, I'm actively on social media for a reason. If I'm watching TV, it's because I want to be sitting and watching TV and engaging with this TV show, and not just because I'm wasting time because I don't want to do something else. I want to just make sure that everything is being done with intention instead of just procrastination, because we all know I am a master procrastinator, and that is something that I'm trying to get rid of in 2021. And being intentional about my time is basically how I'm going to do it, because procrastinators are not intentional with their time. So simply the act of being more mindful about how I'm spending my time is exactly how I'm going to get there. One of the ways I'm going to do that, my mini goal for the first quarter, if you will, is to actually learn how I'm spending my time and track my time. And I actually have an app all set up that I have used on and off. I do not use it with any regularity right now, but I want to start. And I use the app A Tracker Pro, and I have different categories set up there, and whenever I'm going to start doing something, I just click the button and it will track how much time I'm spending on an individual task. And then I can change categories as I change tasks, and that will give me an overview of how much time I spend doing what. And once I have an idea of exactly how I'm spending my time, I will be able to better decide how to spend my time in a mindful and intentional way. And there you have it. Those are my goals according to the 2021 Power Sheets, my 8 goals for the year 2021. Now, I do have the Moxie Life Planner as well, which is also an intentional goal planner that has most of the same stuff in it. It also has 8 set categories for you, and you can create goals within those categories. I fully intend to use that to do things like working on my marriage and all that everyday stuff that I have written down for years, but I didn't give a space on the 8 solid goals that I'm setting in the Power Sheets. It doesn't mean it's not there, it's just in the other planner, and as time progresses, you guys will see inside my Moxie Life Planner and how I'm using it, as well as how I'm using it in conjunction with the Power Sheets Planner. So if that is something that sounds interesting to you, make sure you are subscribed, because that will be coming very, very soon. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your goals for 2021? I would love to hear if there are things you're working on, or if there are actions that you want to achieve, or even if you just have a word of the year that you would like to share with the community. I would love to hear about it in the comments section. As I said, if you are interested in the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets, getting the whole walkthrough, that video is linked down below for you, as well as a direct link to the website where you can still purchase some of the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets. Some of the covers are sold out, but I believe there's still some that are still there. All of the cover choices are beautiful, and it is such, you guys know, this is my favorite goal setting tool, my favorite goal setting tool ever. And I'm very, very excited to share with you the changes that have happened in 2021 and how I will be using them to help me achieve my goals this year. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Happy New Year, happy 2021. Guys, we made it. I am so excited. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.